Hello students, today we are going to talk about BARS, which is Behaviorally Anchored Rating Scale. It is one of the methods which is used for performance rating, performance appraisal. I am Anubhuti Singh, I am from KEA Shroff College of Arts and Commerce, Mumbai. Now, talking about BARS, basically what are BARS? As you've just seen in the previous slide, BARS means Behaviorally Anchored Rating Scales. So that is BARS is the acronym for Behaviorally Anchored Rating Scales. Now this was developed by Smith and Kendall, and what is basically there in BARS? It is one of the methods of performance appraisal, as I already told you. So how is it different from the other methods? Let's try to understand that. First of all, it uses behavior statements as anchors rather than generic performance descriptors as are commonly found on traditional graphic rating scales. Now what does this sentence mean? Instead of you might be knowing about the graphic rating scales, right? There, what kind of a scale is a graphic rating scale? Where you have something like either you have numeric values like rating somebody from on a 5-point scale, so 1 2 3 4 5, 5 being the greatest scale or the largest scale, and 1 being the smallest scale there. Or you may have something, even some expressions, some descriptors like not satisfactory, satisfactory, neither good nor bad, good and excellent, something of that sort. So that is what is there in a graphic rating scale. So instead of that, in behaviorally anchored rating scales, we are not using these one word descriptors. Rather, we are using behavior statements, being able to judge that person's behavior on the basis of these behavior statements. You'll understand it better when we see one of the examples of behaviorally anchored rating scales. Now here, this is about the dimension of job dimension of work scheduling. If suppose there is one employee, and you have to think of what is the dimension that we are using. So the dimension used is for which this person has to be assessed is work scheduling. Now if you imagine a graphic rating scale 1 2 3 4 5, you might say that okay, 1 means that he's not good in work scheduling, whereas 5 means that he's exceptionally good in work scheduling. He's able to schedule his work, plan his work very well. But if you see here in the behaviorally anchored rating scales, instead of having 1 2 3 4 5, these one, what does 1 mean here, what does 2 mean, what does 5 mean? This is very specifically like put up here. It's very specific to a particular job, right? So 1 means this person has no plan or schedule of work and no concept of realistic due dates. This is specifically mentioned here. If you see 5, he's able to develop a comprehensive schedule or observe target dates and update the status of operations related to plans, making schedule modifications as quickly as necessary. So this is a perfect behavior if we talk in terms of work scheduling. The chances of subjectivity are very less in this case, right? Let's try to understand now. When we talk of the BARS, then it differs from the other rating scales. And what does it differ in? Let us see that. As you have already seen the example, it focuses on behaviors that are determined to be important for doing the job properly, rather than looking at more general employee characteristics. So we are not saying good, bad, excellent. Rather than that, we are specifically mentioning the behaviors which are considered to be exceptionally good or not so good, right? Then the other thing is that in this system there is a specific narrative outlining what exemplifies a good and a poor behavior for each category. The same point which I was just mentioning. So we are not only saying this is good, this is bad. We are saying what exactly is good. So when we are trying to assess a person's behavior, then we have an exact pattern of behavior that we are supposed to look for. Right, so this is another example. Please rate the employees' customer service using the following scale. So if we see here, 6 and 7 are like the numerics are also given here, but 6 and 7, these are what? Let's see, when can we say that this person is extremely good in his work? So at 7 we can say that it could be expected to explain the items on the menu and offer recommendations based on customers' stated tastes. So we are talking about a customer service employee. So when the employee explains the items on the menu and offers recommendations based on customers' stated taste, then this is considered to be a very good behavior for such an employee, for a customer service employee, right? Then could be expected to say to customers, how's your day, and wish them a happy day when they leave the store. So these are considered to be very good behavior, like examples, very good behavior for this for a customer service employee. And so it 6 and 7, this means that the behavior exceeds acceptable level of performance. Whereas if you see 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1 is could be expected to yell obscenities at customers. Definitely something which is not acceptable at all. So specific behaviors are mentioned here rather than just generic descriptors in bars, right? So what is the basic difference between bars and GRS here? Means graphic rating scale. In a graphic rating scale, the continuum includes a numerical scale that runs from low to high, but in bars each item is an analysis of a specific behavior, which is very clear now because you've already seen the examples. So we do not have this numeric scale, but we have specific behaviors. The graphic rating scale can be used for many different jobs. So bars are customized for every different type of job. You cannot have bars for like a generic bar, because you have very specific behaviors for each particular job, and so bars have to be customized for every different type. And then bars overcomes the problem of subjectivity by providing the actual description of the performance for each rating along the continuum rather than one simple word in graphic rating scale. So definitely in bars there is no scope of subjectivity. We have very specific behavior, so whichever behavior suits this employee the most, that particular anchor is ticked for that employee in bars. So it is a highly objective method of performance appraisal. Thank you.